Hey guys, it's Josiah here, back again with another video. Now in this video, I wanted to go through a step-by-step guide on how you can build an offer that books you 100 calls each and every single month. Now, who am I to say this? My name is Josiah. I've currently built my own consulting company all the way to 7 figures, helping marketing agencies scale, book appointments, and get high budget clients all via outbound. I've worked with over 150 plus marketing agencies and helped them book anywhere from 2 to 5 to even 10 calls each and every single day just using outbound on that. Right? And I want to make this quick video just going through literally the step-by-step offer framework that I've been using to book consistently 150 calls each and every single month. So in hopes that you can take into your business, start scaling and start booking appointments as soon as possible, right? Now, why is offer so important? What's the big hype about offer? And offer is essentially what a lot of people get wrong. They say, hey, offer just my services, getting the best price, X, Y, Z. But the way I like to just think about offer is what is their desired outcome? What is your niche or your target market desired outcome and how we can help them achieve that transformation. Now, for example, let's say for agency owners, they always want to get more appointments. They always want to increase their pricing, okay? And they always want to work with high budget clients. So I know they're the free transformation. If they have an agency that work with 10 clients, all the clients are paying 10K per month, they have a 100K per month agency, that is what they want. Right? And for you, you have to understand who is your target number one, what platform they're at, and especially what is their desired transformation, how you can best communicate that to them so you can get them to book an appointment with you, start scaling and sign them as a client. Okay, now I'm going to be walking through the main 5 pillars, right, that I've used to start scaling offers from literally zero appointments all the way to 150 appointments each and every single month. Okay, now the first pillar, if not, is the most important pillar. Now we call this picking your platform. Now you want to pick a platform that you are naturally called for, right? A platform that you can use again and again and again for literally 1, 2, 3, 4 years and not get bored of it. For example, when I first started out, I was just using email outbound, right? I wasn't much of a big cold caller. Yes, I can sell things like that, but I just never wanted to cold call. I just found it annoying, right? But I started off with just email now, and I got good at email and I kept doing email again and again. And then I used email as a service for other agencies. So I used to sign agency on via email and then use a service as email to get them to use email, right? So I was basically doing the same way I acquired clients was the same delivery I used for clients, okay? Now you wanna pick a platform that you can see yourself using, right? Because if not, you're gonna go into that platform, you're gonna find it hard, right? Just because you don't naturally enjoy doing it. And then because you don't naturally enjoy doing it, you're just gonna just wither away and just stop using it, right? And we wanna literally limit that as much as possible in the front end, okay? So now if you're a cold caller, go cold calling. If you like emails, do emails. If you like, let's say DMs, you like posting, you're a bit more outgoing, you like posting, like doing content, and then go to the social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, okay? Now, once you've picked your platform, then you wanna pick a respective niche that is using that platform, that's actually on that platform, okay? So for example, let's say I'm using email. I am not going to be targeting law firms using email, right? The reason why is because law firms, yes, they do email, but they have a gatekeeper, or majority of them have a gatekeeper in the form of an assistant that goes and checks their emails and makes sure that every email is right, because a lot of things is important, right? There's a lot of legal stuff going on, okay? So in that case, if I want to target law firms, I'll use LinkedIn. Now we've used LinkedIn for our clients to help them target thousands of law firms, book so many meetings just using LinkedIn. So I will move to that platform, or I will change the niche that I'm targeting. For example, technology companies do very well on email. They're always on email. They're always looking to close deals. They have things going on. And I know if I wanted to target a SaaS or a technology company, email and as well as LinkedIn is one of the best platforms, okay? So now I have picked a niche that is actively on that platform. Now is thinking to myself, are the niche hungry? Are you targeting someone that actually is starving, is actually solving, is actually worrying about the problem, is actually currently going through the problem and want to get the problem fixed? For example, if you're targeting companies, let's say that between 0 to 10 million, 15 million, they're always gonna need leads today. Okay, but if you go to a $100 million company that's already established, that's already have a acquisition system or 3 or 4 acquisition systems, generally they may need something like branding. They may prefer doing branding, make sure they look nice, everything like that, because they have the systems dialed in. As well as if you go to a company that essentially already has nice lead flow, leads coming in, leads come and go, they're not going to be as hungry as a guy that's just started now and he wants to get leads today, right? He's going to have so much more drive than a company that has leads coming to them each and every single day, right? But also not that, you will understand the depth of the problem that they face and the depth of also the desired solution that they want, okay? For, let's say, agency examples, they want to work with high budget clients. Now, if you go to an agency saying, hey, I can get you in touch with clients, it's so surface level that it's just not going to cut through the noise. You want to be very specific in terms of what client you actually could help the other person get, right? For example, if you're targeting medical practice, you want to talk about patients, high budget patients that can pay you 500 per appointment, 300 per appointment, high, let's say old age women between the age of 30 to 55, because they may be the ones that are big spenders, right? So you having that depth of understanding is going to help you so much with your offer. Now I'm going to give you such a nice tip in order to do so. What you can do is go to Perplexity, that's how you say it, .ai online, and then it will give you the best data sources for you to find out what your niche truly wants. And now you want to offer what your niche truly wants. I see a lot of people, they understand what their niche wants, they truly understand it, but because they just don't like it, they're like, oh, I feel like that's not what they want, or I feel like I can't deliver that. They go and offer something else, and they wonder why they don't have appointments. If your niche wants more leads, wants more sales, wants these high quality clients, and you're not helping them achieve that, then what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, and you wonder why you don't get appointments. You want to essentially understand what, let's say, Sally wants. If Sally wants, for example, an ice cream for lunch, get her an ice cream for lunch. The same way your niche wants things. For example, there's two things when it comes to offer. There's demand capture and demand generation. Now, demand generation is more like websites, logos, things that people generally look for, right? But they don't need each and every single day. Like, people just change the logo once every 3 years or once every 5 years, right? But then demand capture is something that people are actively looking for. Like, people are actively looking for leads. People are always looking to get more business. Even if they're millionaires, things like that, they always want more business, right? So if you have something like a lead generation service or Facebook ads or something that can actually generate tangible results, there's always going to be a hungry market there for you. Okay, so really understand if you have a demand capture offer, how you can change that to demand generation offer, how you can change that to demand capture offer. For example, right, we were working with a brand agency and they wanted to, let's say, target companies. Now, I knew that this brand agency, just saying we do branding, wasn't going to cut through, especially the noise, right? So the way we position that is talk about inbound leads, because we realized that if we added, let's say, case study videos, better offer in the messaging, perhaps change it from a website to a landing page, and we work with companies that already had high traffic coming to the website, we could convert maybe 1% of them, right? So instead of talking about branding, we talked about inbound leads. So getting inbound leads that pre-warmed, pre-vetted, educated. That's the one word that we use in the marketing, and that works so much better than just saying we're a branding agency. So again, if you're a branding agency watching this, you can use the same thing. Now, once again, you use Perplexity.ai to find out your desired outcome of your niche, the transformation, especially things that they hate. And I want to do a little side tangent in terms of things that your niche hates. You have to understand, like, what's the process of acquiring the client. For example, let's say for ads, people hate doing ad creatives, right? There's e-commerce that don't like doing ad creatives. For example, for appointment setting, people don't like doing follow-ups. People hate doing follow-ups. Let's say for medical practice, people hate calling the leads up before they show up for the appointment. But you know, if you call the leads up, that you have a high show-up rate, and of course, you have a lower cost per acquisition rate. So you have to find out what your niche actually hates about the acquisition side, and then look for a way to solve that, right, in your marketing, or to say that we don't use that. For example, I used I knew that there's a segment of my market that hates spending money on ads, because a lot of people, especially when Facebook is coming out, they spend money on ads and they will absolutely burn. Or perhaps they hired an agency who they done Facebook ads for them and the lead quality was rubbish, X, Y, Z. So I knew that I do outbound, and the thing about outbound, you can choose the client that you're going to target before targeting them. So I used in my marketing, we can help you generate X, Y, Z without relying on ads, without relying on referrals, because again, people hated referrals, and they liked it, but they hated the consistency, right, or the inconsistency of referrals. Okay, and then once you have the desired outcome, you have essentially like a time frame in terms of, hey, I can help you achieve, let's say, desired outcome in, let's say, 8 months or 6 months or 2 months, X, Y, Z. What you want to then do, put it into a nice formula equation. Now, I didn't make this formula equation, Alex and Jozy did, but it's still true to this day. So we help niche get offer within time frame. Okay. Now, again, what you want to do is just change your offer and make it more specific. Okay, so I don't want you to just put, we help dentists generate more appointments in 6 months, right? Dentists hear that all the time, right? You want to use specific. So we help dentists generate 3 to 6 Invisalign clients every single month in the next 30 days. All right, for example, we help dentists get 10 Invisalign clients in the next 30 days, right? Now, don't worry if you can't, like, if you make an offer that you can't fulfill. What you want to do, especially this is true if you have case studies, right? You want to look at some case studies that you've already got the offer for. So for example, let's say you have a case study that you took a client from 10K per month to 50K per month. Just use that as an offer, right? Because I know a lot of people, you may be thinking, oh, if I offer something that is unbelievable, I'm not going to be able to live up to it. If you have a case study, just go to your case study and a offer will be there, because you literally help someone go from point A to point B, which an offer is. Just relating to another person that you can help them also go from point A to point B. Okay, so the offer is literally under your nose. Just look at your current case studies, even ask your clients, hey, Mr. Client, what's the transformation that you've seen from working with us for over the last 9 months, over the last year, right? And they're gonna say, hey, I love that you asked me that. Actually, when we started with you, we're like 10K per month, and now we're at 20K per month, 50K per month, right? And when you use that in your marketing, or when you use that as an offer, it's just gonna land better, because not only are you gonna understand from your client their problems, their pain points, their desire at that point, at that moment, you actually realize like what was their hopes, their dreams at that moment as well. And specifically what they were struggling with, because that specificity, it's only learned, I realize you can learn it from Persuade.ai. It's going to give you a good indication, but you can't truly understand it unless you've talked to the niche or actually serviced the niche. That's why it's so important to be as specific as you can. Now, also, what you can do is add the case study into your offer. So after you say offer, you say, hey, we recently helped this client go from XYZ to XYZ. And if you don't have a case study, these are for more newcomers that don't have a case study, you can look at a similar company, and this is a black hat, but you have to be very careful using this. So you can look at similar companies who are using the mechanism which you're selling and say, hey, we've recently seen X company use this to scale to XYZ. But now you have to be essentially very specific and very honest that it's not your case study, you did not help them, but you can include that, hey, they did use this mechanism to go to XYZ, and I'm confident because you're the same company, you can take advantage of this and scale. Okay, now this is a very good hack, especially if you don't have case studies. Right? I've used this before, especially when I used to sign clients that didn't have case studies. It was one of the hardest things to get them results. But once we used kind of like that angle, it allowed us to build some credibility in the email. Okay. Now you've got your offer, you've got your time frame, you've also got your niche, you've got your platform. The next thing is actually building your mechanism. Now, the build mechanism you have to understand is like, how can you get the results? So for example, let's say you get an email, and I'm reading it, I'm like, so what? Like, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna get me 10 patients a month? How are you actually going to do it? Because I've already tried 5 people, but what do you have that they don't, right? So at that point, you have to really look under the hood. And if you don't have a delivery system in place, what you can do is just map out your hypothesis and start learning on YouTube in terms of how to actually deliver, and just realize like, okay, what do they hate doing, right? And what am I going to do for them to give me that kind of, let's say, unique mechanism? For example, if they hate, let's say, calling leads or calling patients, you can say we'll implement an AI voice caller, right, that call the patient for you and then book them into your calendar. Differentiation. Let's say they hate doing creatives. Hey, we have a list of 3,000 or 50,000 or 50 high quality UGC female creators that can take pictures of your brand or make ads, or make, let's say, 100 ads a month for your brand. Again, so the main thing you have to ask yourself is, how am I going to get the results, and how is my unique mechanism just a bit different? It doesn't have to be 100% different, but let's say just, you know people are doing it, but you know that people are doing it, but you don't know that a lot of people are doing it. Perhaps some people are doing it, right? And you can use that. And the way we go about verbalizing that in the offer or in the message is, we will use, let's say, UGC creators, so you don't have to create ads. So you don't have to. So we will mechanism so you don't benefit or you don't pay, right? Because this is going to allow you to essentially explain this to a prospect just in text, right? And it's going to send you, especially for sophisticated prospect, people that have been burned in the past, they want to know how you're going to be doing it for them, right? Because they know, like, they've probably been around the block, they've seen a lot of agencies, they've worked with a lot of people, so they're actually a bit more sophisticated than someone that just never done it before, okay? Now, the last thing, so you've got your mechanism, you got your offer, you got your niche, you got a platform. The next thing is your guarantee. Now, this is not necessary. A lot of people are saying you need a guarantee, X, Y, Z. You don't need a guarantee. However, if you do have a guarantee, you're going to be playing life so much easier than people that don't have the guarantee. Because at the end of the day, you're asking a stranger to send you money with no guarantee that they're going to get the money back, right? They're just going to have to trust him, which is fine. You know, people trusting you. However, you have to understand that some people are very, very skeptical. right? And yeah, and a lot of people, like, that's the hard-earned money. They've worked so many years or months to earn that money, so they just don't want to part ways with it that easily, especially if they've been burned in the past. So what a guarantee does, it allows for you to be like held responsible, right? You have some accountability in some of the results that you promise. But also, if you use something like a conditional guarantee, it also gives the prospect responsibility on what to do on their end to make sure this is actually a successful project, right? And another thing as well is going to help you close more. Okay, if people, especially on the fence, if you just have a guarantee, like a guarantee phrase that you just use, say, hey, if we don't do X, we'll give you your money back, or if you don't do X, we'll work for free, or if you don't do the X, we'll give you money back plus an extra on top just to say I'm sorry, right? If you just say something like that, literally at the end of the sales call, when someone's just on the edge of doing it, it could be the difference between a client coming into your business and paying you extra $4,000 per month, or a client just saying, no, this isn't the right thing for me. So 100%, if you can, I will 100% use a guarantee. Right, 110%. It's more psychological for the client and just a psychological trigger or psychological, let's say, tactic to get them in the mood, or not get them, like, ease them into the process. Just lower the risk. And of course, there's always risk. There's no guarantee on anything. Let's be honest, right? There's no guarantee on anything. There's no guarantee that we're going to be alive tomorrow or X, Y, Z, right? But it's just a psychological thing that you use just in the conversation. Just say, hey, if this doesn't go wrong, there's no risk on your side. Okay. Now, from all of this, you have everything to actually make a mechanism, to actually make an offer in today's market. So the first thing is pick a niche, pick a platform, pick a niche. Also pick a desired outcome for the offer. So we help niche get desired outcome in X time frame. And then the last thing is pick a mechanism by using UGC creators, so you don't have to create any ads, or so we can create you 100 ads a month, right? Or you don't pay, for example, with a pay-per-result basis. Okay. Now, once you have all of that, that's an offer. You're ready to go to the market. You're ready to start booking appointments. Now, I want to take it a step further because we found things that I like to call offer enhancers. Okay. Now, these are essentially things that you can do in your offer to increase or add more leverage. What leverage is basically getting more than you put in, right? Getting more out than you put in to our offers that's helped us increase the results. Okay. Now, the number one I've realized is just pick a hungrier market, and it could be another sub niche or sub segment of your market. For example, you can pick, let's say, accountants that have 10 plus employees, or you can pick accountants that have just hired employees, right? So you know that they're actively growing, right? Or you can pick accountants that have just lost employees, so you know that they may have just lost an account, right? Or perhaps they're hiring again, so they're hiring employees, or they're hiring BDRs, okay? All of them are accountants, but some of them are different stages of the problem. So some guys have just hired a BDR knowing that he's actually looking to scale, who he's looking for a BDR, which, if you don't know what BDR is business development representative. People that actually go there, book appointments for you, basically just get your name out there. If an accountant is hiring that, then you know they're in a very good position to, let's say, generate more clients. So you can just narrow down your target list, right? And only target accountants that we posted on LinkedIn, posted on Indeed for new job openings, right? Or you can target accountants that have actively posted on LinkedIn. Again, if they're actively posting on the platform, they know that they're trying to generate more leads for their business. So you can target only them people instead of targeting the sub-market that have not posted at all. Okay, the reason we're going to do that because it shrinks your list and makes you get much more specific with who you're targeting. Because everyone has the problem, but everyone has the problem of saying that niche, but some of them are suffering from it more than anyone else. Okay, and you want to target that specific part of the niche to increase your results, right? Because the list is going to be more narrow, more hungrier, and X, Y, Z. Another thing you can do is make your offer bolder, faster, and bolder and faster, and make your mechanism better, right? So for example, let's say you're targeting companies that are doing 100 million per year. If you say that, hey, we can add an extra 10K to your business or 10K per month, they will laugh at you, right? Because they make 10K per day. Why are you then going to tell them that we can make 10K per month, right? It's like they probably pay that in just one employee, they probably pay 10K per month, just one employee, right? So you saying that to them, it doesn't really itch the fever or itch the problem, right? Or itch the desired outcome. So at that point, you want to look at, hey, how can I make it stronger? How can I make it more specific, for example? Or how can I change it? Instead of talking about, let's say, patients, I'll talk about patient appointments, because maybe they just want more appointments, right? They don't actually care about the patients because they're good at doing that themselves, okay? And then I'll look at how can I make it faster? So instead of saying 6 months, right, how can I make it 90 days? And what can I actually offer in 90 days rather than 6 months? Okay. Now, another thing as well is just making your mechanism sound better. Okay. So if you're, let's say you're doing Facebook ads and you say, hey, we just do Facebook ads, then again, switch it in terms of, hey, we'll also do creatives for you. We'll also do, let's say, email automation on the back end. So we have a full service 360 approach to get you from point A to point B. Again, making it sound better. Okay, now you have everything that you have right now. You know how to create an offer, you know how to pick a niche, you know how to pick a platform, create a mechanism, guarantee everything, right? Now it's time for you to actually take action. Now, what I want you to do, which is a very, very simple, practical thing for you to do, is go pick a spreadsheet, actually go to perplexity.ai, find your niche, find the desired outcome, the pain points, everything you need to know. And I want you to write 5 to 10 offers, right? And then I want you to go to the market, like let's say LinkedIn, email, and send 100 people that offer. Okay, 100 people, because a lot of people make offers, but what I found is actually the key hack for offers is to send it, hear from the market what they want, and then reiterate on that. Okay, and via the trial and iteration and testing, you'll find an offer so golden, right? That it's just going to book you appointments upon appointments and appointments, just to give you kind of the power, the power of this, right? When back in 2023, right, I was starting the agency, we were scaling. And I remember I was trying to look for my first script, okay? The script that essentially was the one that booked me a lot of appointments, helped me scale the agency, etc. And the first time I went on and tried a script, it flipping tanked. I got zero responses, zero positive replies. I was like, I'm fucking shit at this, right? But then I made a goal to myself, right? I'm going to test 50 scripts, 100 scripts, right? Until I find the one that works. And let's say test 36 didn't work, test 37, test 41. All the tests wasn't working. And I was like, what the flip-flop is going on, right? And lo and behold, that, let's say the test 51 of the 52nd or the 53rd, right? That test, not only did it start booking me appointments, it was the only script I used for the entirety of 2023 and booked me over 1,000 appointments that month. So that's the power of testing, because it only takes one swing at the bat to get it right. But the thing about business versus baseball, this is what Jeff Bezos said. In baseball, you can just hit the ball and it's just a home run and that's it, right? But in business, once you know how to hit the ball, that home run, you can just keep hitting it, and just banking out clients, appointments, everything like that. So that's why, honestly, it's so important for you to spend that time testing, actually spend that time returning your offer, looking for the market feedback, because once you find gold, you can just keep going at it, keep going at it. That's why when you jump on Instagram, you open up your phone, you see the same ad from the same person. Why? Why is this person sending you the same ad that he used last summer, the summer before? Why are you still seeing it to this day? Because it prints money. Because it prints money. If something's working, we don't fuck with it. We just keep it going. And some people are scared of going through that trial of testing, that trial of error, right? Because they don't want to seem bad or something. But you know that as long as you get it out of the way, right, and you actually test, you're going to get that 20, 30, 50, 60, 150 appointments. And then once you're at that point, it's just about increasing more volume. Okay, so that's all it from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been a banger video, honestly. I really enjoyed making this one. If you need help doing the offer, going through the foundations, lead generation system, sales, there is a link below for us to chat. It's a no pressure call. We'll just be there to see if we can honestly help. If not, no worries. I hope you enjoy these videos and I'm going to keep making more of them. So this is Josiah and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.